Hi everyone, welcome back once again in my YouTube channel. Guys, I hope you all are doing good. So guys, if you are a Spring developer or aspirant one, then I have some special thing for you for in this video. I will diving deep into a Spring Boot interview question and answer series where I will cover 10 to 15 most frequently asked questions in the interview. And guys, also I will try to provide the clear, concise answer for all respective question. Okay, which will not only help guys to cracking the interview. Okay, but it will improve overall your understanding about the Spring Boot interview question and answer. Okay guys, alright. So guys, without any further delay, let's get start first part of this series of Spring Boot interview question and answer. So guys, please be concentrate what I'm going to explain in this video. It's very important, and what all the question I will explain, I will practically also I will what explain in this video. So be concentrate, be focused, don't deviate guys. If you concentrate entire video, definitely you will get same question probably most of the interview related to the Spring Boot. Okay, so you will give the answer very confidently if you concentrate entire video. Okay, so guys, without any delay we'll start. Okay, so guys, see, already I mentioned you all the question what I'm going to explain is related to the Spring Boot only. Okay, and it's very interesting guys. This video will going to interest. This video will be very interesting guys. Okay, so first question guys, in the Spring Boot interview, most of the interviewer will ask what is Spring Boot, why did you choose a Spring Boot in your project, why not a Spring. So guys, most means 10 of 10 interview, this question will asked by the interviewer. It may you are fresher, your experience, your intermediate experience level. Definitely this question will asked by the interviewer. What is a Spring Boot? Why did you use a Spring Boot in your project? Why not a Spring? Already a Spring is there. Why you choose the Spring Boot? So definitely this question will ask. So guys, what we need to give the answer for respective question to the interviewer. So already I mentioned guys, what, why and how. This thing you need to keep in mind guys. So guys, first I will explain what is a Spring Boot. A Spring Boot is a Spring module. Yes or no? So guys, see, a Spring Boot is an approach to develop a Spring based application with a very minimal configuration. This first line you need to tell to the interviewer. What guys? A Spring Boot is an approach to develop a Spring based application with a very minimal configuration. Right guys? And also guys, you can say a Spring Boot is not a replacement for a Spring framework. What guys? A Spring Boot is not a replacement for a Spring framework, because a Spring Boot internally uses a Spring framework only. Right guys? That is answer of what? If anybody, any interview or your knowledge check as well, you want to know what is Spring Boot, that thing you should aware. Right guys? Same thing already I mentioned in your slide first, right? First. So elaborating is what? Explaining is what? I have mentioned elaborating it. So a Spring Boot is a framework for RAD. Means what? Rapid Application Development guide. Don't confuse what is RAD. RAD. For your understanding purpose, for your keep in remember, that's why I am giving here RAD. So Rapid Application Development. Built using a Spring framework. Already mentioned you, with extra support of auto configuration and embedded application server like Tomcat, Jetty, Undertow, right? So this is again answer what, guys. Then question coming, why? Why did you what a Spring Boot in your project? Why did you use a Spring Boot in your project? Then guys, blindly you need to tell to the interviewer, because it provides RAD, Rapid Application Development. Means very fast, very quick guys. Why guys? Why it's too much fast? That thing guys you should know, because a Spring Boot provide so many things to us. That is guys, starter forms, version management, auto configuration, embedded server, actuator. Due to these all features, it gives to us very rapid application development. Due to all the features, we can implement our application very fast. Okay, that is why. And guys, last is how. Means it will help us to create efficient, fast standalone application which you can just run it. Basically, remove a lot of configuration and dependency. Due to this guy, we need to choose the Spring Boot. So this is overall very simple answer for any interviewer. If you will give such type of answer to the interviewer, definitely they will appreciate your answer. Okay, so I will move in second slide, second question. So what RAD that you are talking about? So the same thing, rapid application development. Okay, so maybe they will confuse what is RAD. If you will tell I am using the RAD for Spring Boot, means what is RAD? So rapid application development, right guys? And how can you achieve RAD using a Spring Boot? So how, due to which features you are going to implement your Spring Boot application? RAD means rapid application development. So guys, this is our thought process what I mentioned here. So guys, rapid application development is modified waterfall model which focuses developing software in a short span of time. So in short span of time, how we are going to implement a Spring Boot? Right guys? So we have some phase of the RAD. So guys, first business model is designed for the product to be developed. So how we are going to develop our application? First we need to design, right guys? And second is what? Data modeling. Data model is designed. The relation between the data objects are established using info gathered in first phase guys. We need to collect all the design. Then we're going to start the implementation with the Spring Boot guys. Then get process modeling. Process model is designed to process description for adding the deleting, retrieving of modifying data objects are given. So these all are the steps by which we can implement our Spring Boot application very fast. Okay? This is the second question. If they may ask what do you mean by RAD? Okay? Then move with third question. Now the question will start with practically. I will explain all the question one by one guys. So guys, the third question what we mention here. So it is possible to change the port of embedded Tomcat server in a Spring Boot, because we know very well guys. So Tomcat is running on our port number 8080 by default. Yes or no? We all of you know, right? So by default our Tomcat is server running in 8080, right? But the question is coming what? Is it possible to change the port of embedded Tomcat server in a Spring Boot? Yes, obviously we can change the port. We have one property, right? In the application property file, we can make as a server.port, right? If you give server.port equal to whatever you need to put the port number, that thing you can keep here again. So for again, I will create one Spring Boot application here. Okay, then I will explain all the related interview question practically guys. So guys, this video will completely very interesting guys. So first I will start our STS. Okay, then I will create one Spring Boot application. See guys, the candidate, the guys who didn't know how to create a Spring Boot application, please concentrate. What I'm going to explain, this is the way how we can create one Spring Boot application as well. So that first we need to go. So that first we should have the STS or Eclipse. Okay, if you have STS or Eclipse, then you can go in the file. You can see here other right. Then you can get right here Spring Starter. See Spring Starter project guide. Okay, so you can click here and next. Once you click next guide, then this pop-up will come. Then you need to give the name of your project. Okay, this is a step. This is a step how we can create a Spring Boot application with the STS. With the help of STS, Spring Tool Suite. STS means guys, a Spring toolsuit. So with the help of a Spring toolsuit, how we will create a Spring Boot application, guys. That thing I'm going to explain now. Please concern, guys. So guys, we need to give the name of your project. So guys, see, I'm giving a Spring Boot interview, a Spring Boot interview Q question and answer, correct guys, or question and answer, correct, or you can mention guys QES for understanding project, a Spring Boot interview question answer guys. And you can see guys, the type is Maven, packaging you are Java version I'm using here 17, and language is Java. This is our guide, group name, this is our artifact, okay, and this is the description, demo page of Spring Boot interview question and answer, correct guys. So this thing I have given the description of our project, correct. Then guys, next, so guys, then it will ask what dependency you need. Then it will ask in next step what dependency you need. So guys, as of now I need only a Spring Web. I will explain why. Because if your application belongs to web application, then you need to put a Spring Web. Also guys, you can see so many things comes under this Spring Web, including RESTful application using Spring MVC guys, Apache Tomcat, the default embedded container. So all these things guys comes under this Spring Web what dependency guys. Got it guys? So I will click this one and I will finish. As of now I will get only one thing, Spring Web I need. I will explain in coming video so many things we need once you're going to implement any Spring Boot application as per our requirement. Okay, so as of now this thing is sufficient guys. Then guys, finish. So after creating this thing, you will come to know one Spring Boot project has created a Spring Boot interview question and answer, right guys. You can see here. So this project is now building here, correct, importing all the dependency what we have included in this what during creation of this project. And you can see guys, it's started now for importing all the dependency. So after 100% I will show I have added what a Spring Web. So it's coming with along with our pom.xml guys. Just it's done guys. So now guys, you can see, you can expand that and you can see guys. So this is guys a structure of our Spring Boot. Also guys, you can see we have created a Spring Boot application. So you can see here it's mentioned here boot, that is a boot application, that is a Spring Boot application guys. And guys, you can see it's a template, it's a structure of this Spring Boot application guys. You can come here, you can see. So we have one package com.app.java guys, see, and in this guy you have seen two what classes have initialized. This class guy you can see. So I have created one class, that name of the class guy a Spring Boot interview question answer, right. This is our guy name of our application, and last is appended the application name application. So a Spring Boot interview question answer application is our class name guy, correct guy. That thing we have done. So this by default it's created what one main method, correct, that is main method guy, publish static void main guy, correct. So guys, after that you can see one resource folder will come with by default application.properties guy, correct. So guys, what our question is, third question, is this possible to change the port of embedded Tomcat server in Spring Boot? Yes guys, obviously it's 100% yes. So how guys, I will show you first. So guys, first I will run this application. Also guys, one thing before starting the application I will explain one thing more. So you can guys see pom.xml guys, this is very vital log of our Spring Boot application, correct. So guys, during creation of our application Spring Boot, I have mentioned guys this starter web, right. I have clicked that dependency, right, a Spring Boot starter web. Yes or no guys? You can see guys, if I have added this web dependency, so along with so many dependency came automatically guys, just like embedded server, right. Tomcat is coming or not? Yes. So guys, we can see once we add this web dot what, that you can get click that one, and you can see with the starter web so many dependency automatically come. That is dependency called transitive dependency. The dependency which come along with our Spring Boot starter web, that dependency is called the transitive dependency guys. Okay, that dependency associated with the starter web. So you can see web plug, web socket, web services. Yes or no? You can see so many dependency guys. By default it came with the help of what? Starter web. And also you can see here Undertow. Undertow is also a server, just like Jetty or Tomcat. Okay, so this thing came by default. Correct guys? So don't worry. So this thing we have done, correct? So we have seen what dependency we added, it came or not. It already came. That is a Spring Boot starter web. Correct guys? Now our question is guys, what I have told you. So is it possible to change the port of embedded Tomcat server in Spring Boot? I have told obviously yes, but I will show you how. But I will first run the application and I will show what is the by default port of our Spring Boot application if you have created one application, right? So guys, I will run the application, that is run as a Spring Boot application. Good. Guys, you concentrate and see first. Guys, you can see get clearly Tomcat started port number 8080. Yes or no? So but our question is it possible to change the port? Yes, absolutely yes. So guys, for this, if you want to customize your port number as per your understanding, so how you can override this port 802 8081. So guys, for this purpose we have one feature in Spring Boot. So you can go in our guide application.property file, right? Yes. If you'll come here Spring.property file, you can see, so by default Spring.application name is Spring Boot interview question answer. By default it came. If we will run the application, then our motto is how we're going to override, how we're going to change the port number as per your understanding, as per your need. So guys, you can see one feature is there in Spring Boot, server dot port, right, equals to server dot port equal to, if I'm giving 8081, right? So guys, see, if I'm keeping here server dot port 8081, then it will override whatever the by default port 8080, right? So guys, now again I will run the application and you will come to know it's coming 8081 or not. So guys, see, in front of you I'm running the application. Just watch carefully, it's coming 8081 or not. Earlier it was coming 8080, right? By default port is 8080. Guys, you can see now it's coming 8081 or not, because in application or property file I have mentioned what? I mentioned what? 8081. Due to this configuration, we can see our port is now changed. It's override from 8080 to 8081. Guys, this was the third question. If anybody will ask in the interview or your knowledge check as well, you should know, yes, we can change the by default port for our on port. Only one configuration, that is server dot port. Guys, now I am moving in next question, guys. So can we override or replace the embedded Tomcat server in Spring Boot? Guys, this is a very important question. Okay, most of the interview they may ask the question. So definitely you should know what the question, guy. You understand? Can we override or replace the embedded server Tomcat server in a Spring Boot. That means guys, already I mentioned you. So we will have what? Jetty undertow server as well, right? So can we replace Tomcat to Jetty? Because you can see guys, in our Spring Boot application, when I'm running the application, you can see as of now the server is guys what? You can see the server name is guys Tomcat server. You can see here what I mentioned guys, Tomcat started on port number this one. That is a server name guys. That is a server name. Tomcat is server. That is Tomcat started on port number 8081. But this place guys, we want Jetty. How we are going to override Tomcat to Jetty? The question is, how is it possible to override Tomcat to other server? Yes guys, 100% yes. We can replace or override Tomcat server as well. So for that purpose also we have some configuration we need to keep. Okay, so what all this configuration, where we need to keep and how we need to put all these things, I will explain now. Please concentrate guys. So guys, for this purpose we need to go in our pom.xml. Where guys? We need to go in pom.xml. I will show you first what. So guys, see, one minute guys. So guys, for the purpose we need to go where? We need to go in our what? In pom.xml. Why it's not going? Yeah. So guys, first we need to go in our pom.xml, correct? So guys, see, in pom.xml guys, with a Spring Boot starter web, Tomcat is coming or not? You can see guys, Tomcat is coming. So first guys, we need to give such configuration by which we need to first what? Exclude the existing server. If you want to exclude the existing server, for that purpose guys, we have some configuration guys. We need to exclude the Tomcat and need to add the Jetty server. We need to add the artifact ID of Jetty server. That means we need to add a dependency of Jetty server. What server we need to include? That server we need to what? Keep inside the pom.xml. And whatever the existing server is there, we need to exclude. For the purpose guys, we have some configuration. I already have some configuration I have. That thing I need to keep. I will explain this thing guys, don't worry. For the purpose guys, I will come here and you can see under the dependency guys, under the dependency we have this thing, correct? One minute. Yes, so we need to add this dependency. Okay, see guys, what I have done here. I have guys, see, you can see line number 35. So already we have a Spring Boot starter web, correct? And I have exclude guys a Spring Boot starter Tomcat. I have written under the exclusion tag guys. You can see guys, this tag I have added, right? So I am going to exclude the Tomcat. And what the dependency I have added guys? This dependency I have added. You can see Jetty. So while running the application, what it will do? It will exclude the existing Tomcat because I have kept inside the exclusion tag, and it will include the Jetty tag. Correct guys? Then you can see whatever the tag earlier was coming. Earlier what was the server name was coming? No, it will replace with the Jetty, with Jetty guy. Earlier it was coming guy, you can see here one more time. Earlier it was coming what? Tomcat server, right? Tomcat 8081. Now it will replace by Jetty because I have given explicitly added the Jetty server and excluded the Tomcat server guy. Correct guy? You can see here. So guys, In front of you, I will run the application. We will see the server name has replaced by Jetty or not. So we have cleared our console. Now I will run the application. We will see the result. So after running the application, our what server name has changed or not. Guys, please be concentrated. It's very simple, guys, but this answer you need to give to respective interviewer, right? Guys, you can see what things happened. Earlier it was coming what, guys? Tomcat started on port. Yes, no? But now you can see what the things happen. Jetty started on port 8080. Right, guys? Because why 8080 came, guys? Because by default the port number is 8080 only. Yes or no, guys? By default the port number is 8080. So what we have seen, guys? So earlier the server was Tomcat. Now we replaced with the Jetty server. Correct, guys? So guys, that is our next question. What I explain you. So can we override or replace the embedded server in a Spring Boot? Yes, we can replace the embedded Tomcat with any other server by using a starter dependency, guys. Like you can Spring Boot starter Jetty as dependency for each project as you need. As per your need, suppose if you need Jetty server, if you need Tomcat, if you need Undertow, so only you need to exclude the existing dependency of respective server and you can add as per your requirement what you need the server. That is the guy question number 4. Definitely most of the interviewer this type of question asked in the interview room, guy. Guy, now next question, guy, question number 5th. So what the question is 5th, guy? Can we disable the default web server in the Spring Boot application? What question, guy? Can we disable the default web server in the Spring Boot application? That means, guy, what the question meaning? So if you have Jetty, if you have Tomcat, can we stop all the server? Can we stop all the server? Disable means stop. Can you disable the default web server? Suppose default web server is Tomcat, right? Default web server is Tomcat. Can you disable the default web server in the Spring Boot application? Yes, guy, 100% yes. We can disable the default web server, but we need to some configuration. What the configuration we should keep in the application.properties file? That thing we should know. So, guys, what the configuration we need to keep, that thing I will explain in the code as well. So, guys, see. So, as of now, we can see Jetty. So, our motto is we need to disable. We need to stop the respective server. What the server is by default running in our application. Guys, for the purpose, we can come here and we have some configuration, guys. So, guys, that configuration is what that thing you need to keep. That thing, guys, what configuration we need to keep, that I am placing here. So spring.main.web.application type none. Okay, so if you're going to put none means we no need by default server. We no need any server. That means it will stop. It will disable our running server. Guys, we can see it's coming expected or not in front of you. I will run the application, will see result. As of now, you can see what server is running, guys, Jetty, right? But once you run the application, the server will stop. We can't see any server, guys. Just let's see what the response is coming, guys, after running the application. Guys, you can see application is started. You can see, guys, application is started, guys. Application started a Spring Boot interview question answer application started in this much of second, but we don't have any server. Guys, can you confirm? Do we have any server started? No, we don't have any server by default started. That means, guys, what will conclude? So if you will keep such configuration in your property file, what spring.main.web application type is none, that means we can't see any server is running by default. Guys, that is our what fifth question. Guys, it's our fifth question. Now guys, we can move next question guys. Next question guys, how do you disable a specific auto configuration class? What question guys? How to disable a specific auto configuration class? Guys, you can see in our Spring application, this is our main class guys. Right? This is our main class. So guys, you can see this is the guy main annotation at the rate of a Spring Boot application guys. Once you click guys, once you put cursor in that, you can see, so you have a Spring Boot configuration, enable auto configuration. So guys, due to enable auto configuration, it's enable automatically the configuration what it need. Guys, what it need, it will enable auto configuration. We are not doing anything. It will Spring Boot. Spring Boot will do automatically. Right? Yes, no, guys. It will do automatically create what all the configuration. Great, guys. So guys, what our question is, so if you want disable a specific auto configuration class, okay, so if you don't want to include that configuration, if you want don't include that configuration, then how you can exclude that respective configuration? You got it guys, what I mean to tell? Because auto configuration is what, at the rate of enable auto configuration, what it will do, it will configure automatically. Correct? But if you want, it will not include the automatically. It will not include automatically the configuration. So guys, that purpose you will have some configuration guys. That is, I will explain here. So guys, in this you can do at the rate of enable auto configuration, right? So guys, in this what you can do, guys, in this what you can do, you can write exclude equals to, in that you need to mention your respective class what you don't want to include. Suppose guys, I want to don't include data source auto configuration dot class. Okay, if I want, this class will not include guys, so we can keep this place. Okay, and if you have more than one class what you don't want to include, you can put in after comma also. Okay, multiple class also you can put inside the exclude tag. So Spring Boot will exclude that respective class. That means what it will understood, so this class user don't want to include auto configuration. Correct guys? So guys, that is the syntax by which you can answer this question to respective interviewer. Yes, if you'll ask how to disable a specific auto configuration classes, then you can say yes, we will have one exclude tag. Inside that, what the class we don't want to include for auto configuration, you can keep inside that, so it will exclude that class. Okay, that is the question number 6. Now I can move in the question number 7. So guys, what does the Spring Boot application annotation do internally? Guys, this question is very, very important guys. Most of the interviewer this question asks, do you know what is the important annotation in a Spring Boot application? Guys, you can see here also, already I have shown you, or more time I will show you this annotation guys, at the rate of a Spring Boot application guys. What it does mean? So guys, it means, you know, so if you're going to click this one, 1 minute, if you're going to you can see guys. So this is guys Spring Boot application annotation, correct? So also guys you can see in that way. So you put cursor on that Spring application, you can see guys. So how many dependency included with that? So enable auto configuration guys, component scan, okay, and one is the configuration guys, right? So guys we have 3 annotation associated with this Spring Boot application. This is the main annotation guys. With this annotation you will have 3 annotation guys. So already you can see here. So as per the Spring Boot document guys, the Spring Boot annotation is equivalent to using @ configuration, @ enable configuration, @ component scan. With their default attribute, Spring Boot enable the developers to use single annotation instead of using multiple, because this @ Spring Boot application associated with these 3 important annotation. Right? So Spring provided guide loosely coupled feature that we can use for each individual annotation as per our project need. But what it does mean guys? So all these 3 annotation we have read. So guys, first @ configuration, what it means guys? So if @ configuration means guys, what we are going to use the Java based configuration. We are going to use in our application Java based configuration, right? So that class we need to annotate with what? @ configuration. We use for Java based configuration. Guys, if you're going to use the @ component scan, means what? It is used for scan our component, our packages for respectively, right? The third is @ enable auto configuration. Okay, it is used to enable auto configuration. The name itself differs. Enable auto configuration. What it means guys? It is used to enable automatically the configuration in a Spring Boot application context. Guys, it automatically create and register. What this annotation does guys? This annotation will does what? Automatically create and register the bean based on 2 things guys. First, include the jar file in the class path. First thing guys, it include the jar file in the class path, and second guys, what the bean defined by us, that thing it will do auto configure. That is the main thing guys. If anybody will ask what is the meaning of @ Spring Boot application, you blindly tell to them, okay, so this annotation associated with 3 annotation: @ configuration, @ component scan, and @ enable auto configuration. Configuration means Java based configuration. Component scan means we scan our package, and third is enable auto configuration, right? So it automatically creates and register the bean, okay, based on the 2 things. First thing, include the jar files in the class path, and second things, beans defined by us. You need to tell to this answer to respective interviewer. Guys, then next question: how to use a property defined in application.property file into your Java class? Guys, this question is very interesting. Most of the candidate doesn't know, because when I'm taking the interview and this question, if I ask to some candidate, so most of the candidate are not able to give the answer. They may confuse, but I will explain here with the code. This answer I will explain with the code. The guy, first you need to understand what this question. The question is how to use property defined in application property file. Suppose if you define any properties in application properties file, then how you are going to use this properties from your Java class. In your application you will have some Java class, right? Once you're going to implement an application, definitely you will have some Java implementation class. So from this Java implementation class, how you're going to use their respective properties. Good? How you're going to use their respective properties. What already defined in the application.properties file. That thing guys I will explain with the code. Okay. So guys, please concentrate. This is very, very interesting and very important question guys. So guys, for the purpose guys, what I am doing here, please concentrate. So guys, see, my motto is guys, suppose if we have server port, right? This port, if I want to use from our Java class, if I want to use this port 8081, right? Right, guys? If I want to, or I can put it 8082, right? If I want to fetch this port from our Java class, so what we can do, guys? So guys, for that purpose, we'll create one controller, right? We will create one controller, right? I will come here, just I will create one class. Suppose guys, the class name is test controller. Test controller. Guys, be concentrated. So whatever that property I have defined in the property file, how we can use this property file from our Java class. Right? So guys, we have created one test controller, right? Done. We have done one test controller, right? So guys, if this test controller class, so first I need to define this is a not a normal controller, this is a REST controller, right? So this is our REST controller, right? This is our REST controller, right? After creating this REST controller, we'll create some method, right? Suppose I'm creating some public void get port, right? If you want to fetch that port, right? So get port, right? Get port number, okay? Get port number, right? Okay. So I have created one method again, public void get port, and this method again enrolled with @ get mapping, okay? We know very well, right? So which is a get request, right? Okay. So what should be the endpoint for this one? So for the purpose, guys, suppose Java mind our endpoint for this, right? And guys, I want to show guys one thing. If I want to print this, right? So sysout, suppose this is a port number, or the port number is okay, then you can put server port, okay, server port. So what is server port? We need to create one local variable, not here, we will create globally, okay. Okay, so we can create here one field private string server port, right? This thing I have created, guys. Now main thing is coming. What our main motto? How we are going to what? Use application properties from our Java class. Guys, for that purpose, we will have one annotation, that is guys @value. What guys? @value. Okay. Inside that, I will pass that respective field, respective property, right? So dollar, and that is guys in this we can pass what? server.port, okay, server.port, and we can import this, right? Right. So guys, see this is coming from the spinboot means dot factory annotation dot value, right? So this annotation will come inside it, right guys? I have done this thing, right? So guys, what I have defined in the application property file, guys, server.port 8080, right? Once I will run this application, then what? it will give our the port number is what we have configured in the application.properties. Correct guys? For how you can test guys? For testing purpose guys, you come here and you can write here guys localhost and guys our port number, what port number we are using here guys? We are using which port number? 8082. Correct? 8082 we are using the port number. So 8082 slash, okay, our endpoint is get Java mine, yes or no? Correct? Now you can hit here. Okay, because we didn't run the application, right? First we need to run the our application, correct? So come guys here, then we can run the application guys first. Okay, Spring Boot, right? So our application guys running now, right? After application run, then we can hit our respective endpoint. You can see, so we have created guys this endpoint, right? Java mine, right? For our get request, right? You can see it. So our application is guys running. Also one thing you can see, so as of now we don't start our server, so we need to disable this. Already we have understood what is this configuration. Now we can disable this, right? Now again we can run the application. So our jetty will be a start, right? Now our jetty will be a start because we have given the configuration in pom.xml jetty server only, right? So you can see jetty started or not. Definitely jetty will be a start. Yes, see, you can see guys jetty started, right? Jetty started on 8080 port, right? Because we have modified the port number, right? And it was coming 8080 by default. Now we assign the 8082. Guys, now our application already started, right? Application already started, correct? Yes or no? Application already started inside port number 8082. Now guys, we can hit this endpoint, right? Correct? Guys, you can see after hitting the endpoint, you can see the port number is 8082 or not. Guys, see this thing we are printing or not in our test controller. This thing only we are printing or not. The port number is server port. What server port we have in the application properties file, guys? Tell me guys, what port we have in the property file? 80802. 8082 only, right? You can see guys 8082. Also you can see guys 8082. Suppose guys if you want it put 8083. You can see it's reflecting or not. As of now you can see 8082, but this time I have changed 8083. So our Java class, but it's using that server port or not. So for the purpose guys, once again I will run the application, we'll see the result. It's coming 8083 or not in next time, because I have modified the port number in property file 8082 to 8083, right? We can see first the port number has changed or not. So obviously it will change guys. See guys 8083, but we can see our hit our endpoint, right? Because this endpoint we have created, right? You can see guys it's coming or not. It's not come guys. Why guys? Because I didn't change here 8082 8083, because in which port it is there need to run this port only guys. See now this will need to start one more time guys. Need to start one more time, then guys we can see. So first it should be run the application, then we'll see the respective port is running or not, because as of now our application is running on 8083 port, right? Now guys you come here and you can hit. Obviously the response should come guys 8083. Guys, I hope you understood, right? With this implementation you will come to know, yes, how we are going to use application properties configuration using our Java class. Right guys? So guys, that is our question number 8. Now guys, I can move question number 9. So let's see what is question number 9 guys. Explain added REST controller annotation in a Spring Boot guide. So guys, we know very well, right? So if you're going to use the added REST controller, is a what? Convenience annotation for creating a RESTful controller, right? So already we can see guys here. I have created one application, right, with the help of REST controller. So what it means guys? The question is what it means for the at the rate of REST controller. Also guys, you can see. So what is guys? So it is controller and response body. So guys, REST controller annotation associated with what? Mainly controller and response body. Correct guys? So same thing I mentioned here guys. So REST controller is convenience annotation for creating RESTful controller. It is a specialization at the rate of component and auto detected through class path guys scanning. It add the controller, all I have shown you guys. At the rate of controller and at the rate of response body annotation. It converts response to JSON or XML guys. If you're going to use at the rate of REST controller, that means it convert our response in form of JSON or XML guys. If you're going to use guys controller, okay, that time it will not convert response in JSON. We need to see the HTML and CSS and JavaScript for viewing your web page. Right guys, that thing you should know. I will explain also difference between controller and response body. Yes. So guys, which eliminates the need to annotate every request handling method for controller class with the response body annotation guys. It is typically used in combination with the annotation what? Handler method based on the request mapping annotation guys. So guys, also is important, indicates that the data returned by each method will return straight into the response body instead of rendering the template. Because if you're going to render the template, that means you need to use the controller at the rate of controller with the help of HTML and CSS. Then you can able to see your response. But if you're going to use the REST controller, directly it will convert your response in a JSON or XML format guys. That is the main definition for the REST controller guys. Next question guys, difference between REST controller annotation and controller. Already explaining guys. So guys, to answer this, we first understand the difference between web application and REST API guys. Web application means guys, once you're going to implement any web application, generally it use the HTML, CSS, JavaScript for viewing the result. I've already mentioned guys here. It's that the response from the web application, it generally view HTML, CSS, JavaScript because they are what? Intended for human views. Because if you're going to see JSON and XML, you can't see the result. It is JSON format guys. But if you want to see the controller base at the controller, then you can see the result in a HTML or CSS JavaScript format, right? But again, while REST API just return the JSON or XML because most of the REST client are programs, right? There same goes REST controller and REST controller annotation guys. See, if you're going to use the controller map of the model object to view the template and mix in human readable format. But REST controller guy simply returns the object. But in controller it didn't return the object guy. But REST controller simply returns the object and object data directly into the HTTP response guy as a JSON and XML. That thing guy you should know. Already I mentioned all these things. You can learn more on that guy. Guys, the next question guys, what are the major difference between request mapping and get mapping? Guys, see, get mapping if you're going to use, that means intentionally if you are sure your request will go for the get mapping only, right? But if you're not sure what the mapping, it may be get, it may be post, it may be put, then you may use the request mapping. Already mentioned again, request mapping can be used with get, post, put and many of other methods as well, using the method attribute of the annotation. But get mapping is only extension of request mapping. We can say request get mapping is extension of request mapping only, okay, which helps you to improve clarity on request. If you are sure this request belongs to get mapping, then you can use the get mapping. If you are not sure, then you can use request mapping for any type of request, just like get, post, put. That is the main difference for request mapping and get mapping. Guys, this question very interesting, very important, guys. What is the use of profiling concept in Spring Boot? What, guys? What is the importance of profiling Spring Boot, guys? This question is very important. Generally, in most of the interview, this question asked by the interview, guy. So, guys, it's very important question, guy. So basically, guys, when we are working, okay, when we are working for the enterprise application, guy, while developing a particular application, we deal with multiple environment, right? We deal with multiple environment, right? You people agree with me, guy? Why, guy? Because if you're going to use what enterprise application while developing the particular application, we deal with the multiple environment, just like dev, testing, QA, prod. Yes or no? Multiple environment. You people agree with me, guy? Obviously, it should be, guy. There will be multiple environment, guy. Dev environment, testing environment, QA environment, and prod environment. So, guy, to configure your different properties basis on the different environment. Yes or no? To configure your different properties basis on the different environment is what is all about profiling in Spring Boot. To configuration, once more time, guys, I will explain. To configure your different properties, okay, basis on the different environment is nothing, is called profiling in Spring Boot. So, guys, so if you want to use profiling in Spring Boot, you must have different environment and you must have different properties, at least one different property for different environment, right? Then only it is useful to us, right, guys? So, guys, let me explain one example. If we have dev server, guys, if we have dev server, I mentioned, guys, if we have dev server, right, has S2 database, right? If we have dev server has S2 database, right? But in prod server, guy, we have Oracle database. So how to handle this thing, guy? What I've told, guy. For example, suppose if we have dev server has S2 database and in prod server we have Oracle database. So how to handle this thing, guy? Let me explain this thing with simple example, guy. Then we'll come to know very easily. So we'll need to go in our this place. So let's see, as of now we have one properties file. So we'll create two properties file more. One is dev environment, one is prod environment. So guys, see, I will create file that is application we can create as application hyphen dev dot properties. Okay, application hyphen dev dot properties. Okay, good. This thing I have created one dev property. Good. Okay, I will create one more properties again. Application what hyphen prod dot properties. Right? I have created one dev properties. I have created one what prod properties. Right? Done here. Right? I have created two properties. Right? Okay. And guys, we have got this thing, our server portal. Guys, in this application properties, we need to notify which environment are active now. Suppose if you want to run the dev environment, right? If you want to run the dev environment, then guys, you need to keep one configuration. The configuration guys, spring dot properties, spring dot properties dot one minute guys, spring dot not property guys, spring dot profiles, spring dot profiles active. Yes, this one equal to guys, suppose if I want to run the dev environment, right? If I want to run the dev environment, right? So this will take dev environment properties file guys. So guys, first I need to explain. So this dev property running on guys, suppose I am giving here server dot port equal to 9090, correct? This dev running on 9090, and suppose that this is running on what? Server dot port is running, sorry, 1 minute. This running on 9091, correct? So that prod is running 9091 and dev is running what? 9090, right? So that we need to see if we have enabled this active profile as a dev, then get this port should be catched, right? Once you run the application, then get this port should be captured, yes or no? You got it, right? So we have two different type of environment. One is dev environment, one is prod environment. Suppose in application property file we have given, right? So our profile is active as a dev, so it will pick the dev environment, right? If I will mention here prod, then it will pick prod environment port number, correct guys? For the purpose, first I will run the application and I will hit, then we will come to know, correct? As of now I am keeping dev, so dev is running in 9090, correct? We'll see guys. So our application is started as expected, right? Yes. You can see guys, which putting a dev taking yes or no, and get which port number 9090. Guys, see, if I will kept here prod, right? Because and prod guy running in 9091, right? 9091, right? Then we'll see which environment it's picking. Is picking prod or not? Picking prod or not? Now it's running. It started. Expected. We'll see. Are running the application, guys. See guys. JT started in port number 9091, and guys we can see which environment guys. The following one profile is active prod environment, guys. Now I want to see this thing. So in 9091, right? So 9091, right? First I will run the application one more time, then I will hit that endpoint. We'll see what port it is capturing with our Java class. Right? We'll come here and hit it, guys. You can see. So guys, the port number is 9091. So that is prod. Yes or no? That is prod. You can see ZTE started in 9091 and our port is guys, so our environment is prod, right? This thing we have understood. Now we can check with the dev, right? We can check with the dev. First we can change here. Now it is dev, right? Now it is dev, right? First we can terminate the application and run the application, and dev is running at 9090. Okay, so now we can see our ZT server will start on port number 9090, correct, as expected, right? Because our dev is running in 9090, right? And already I mentioned the application properties type is dev. You can see that this is running on 9090, right? 9090, and it is our environment is dev, but we can hit the application with our 9090, right? Correct? 9090. First started. Now I can hit. See, you can see here. So what response is coming? The port number is 9090. So guys, that is the profiling concept. If you want to use profiling concept in your application, so in that way you need to implement, guys. You need to implement and you need to check, guys. So guys, that was our question number 12, right? And guys, this is our last question number 12. And I will bring so many such type of question, guys. If you will comment me, guys, so what I'll explain as of now, all the 12 questions, is it interesting or it is helpful for you for attending any interview. Definitely this type of question asked by the interviewer, not only guy in interview. Okay, if you want to more expertise on the Spring Boot, definitely you should know all these question and answer, okay, which will very helpful for your what knowledge. That's it, guys. And guys, if you have any question, any doubt, any places, please do me comment in comment section, guys. Okay, definitely then I will bring so many such a question in front of you. That's it, guys, from this video. Thank you. Bye bye. We'll meet in next video very soon.